Greetings. Today I want to speak to you upon two things. One is black magic, such as demonolatry, Satanism, and so forth. And the other is, how should I put this, upon black magic within the form of falsicity, such as those who are reverse Christians and think it's alright to bully people. Alright? The first thing is what is black magic? What is Satanism and what is a demonolator? A demonolator is someone who has chosen to work specifically with the demonic, such as Satan and his demonic hordes. Now, a Satanist is a servant of Satan and his demons. A black arts practitioner considers many aspects of communication, which takes many years of practice, dedication, and understanding. One of which, or I should say some of which, are sigils, invocations and evocations, ceremonies and rituals, histories of the demons, the angels, or I should say the fallen angels, those who are considered to be the outcasts. Now, when we look at this, let's say for an example we want to talk to the head, say Satan. Now, what is Satan's past? Before he was Satan, he was Lucifer. Before he was Lucifer, he was Samael. Before Samael, he was Azazel. Before Azazel, Baal. Before Baal, he was Astaroth. Before that, Moloch. Before that, he was Tiamat. And so forth and so forth. You can go back 700,000 years and still not get the full name of who the master really is, because he's that old. Now, the one that you choose, you must relate to. This is what a black arts practitioner does. He or she chooses a demon that speaks to them. Sometimes these beings contact you as the individual, whereas sometimes, or on the other hand, you seek them out. Now, to do that, you must know their history. You must realize which do you want to use, the invocation or the evocation. The evocation is where you contact them and you summon them into yourself, a state of possession, free will and all, so to speak. Whereas the other one you use to invoke them into your altar room. You can use sigils, ceremonies, forms of divination, and so forth. This is black magic. This is what Satanism does. This is what Satanism is about. This is what demolators do. Witches and warlocks, mages and sages alike. Now, let's talk about the second thing. The bullies, the reversed Christianity wannabes. A lot of these people come from a Christian background, most likely a Hebraic system of some sort, such as Hebrewism or Islamic, even Christian, Catholic, Baptist, whatever denomination you can think of. They come from. Now, these ones pick up a Bible, let's say the Bible by Anton Szandor LaVey. The very first thing you come across when starting his Bible is the forward section, or the prelude, if you wish, before getting into the 9 satanic statements. Now, I've come across a few people in my practice who have literally simply read this much, just that, and they think they are Satanists. They think that they know better than me, who has been around for 25 years worth of practice in various traditions, styles, and arts. And yet I'm still learning, because I'm constantly coming across new materials to learn from. This is what a practitioner does. They learn, they grow, they adapt, they shrink, they experiment. But these types, no, they set their ways. And that's who they think they are. They'll sit there and make jokes, puns, post photos. They'll try to argue with you. And when they don't get their own way, or they don't like the reply that you give them, they block you. Now, with that said, there are ways around these types to call them out. One of which is not to argue with them. Do not allow yourself to be drug into a pointless dispute. Sit back and do nothing. Just laugh at them like the master is laughing at them. For they are nothing more than fools in their own minds. But if you wish to be a true black arts practitioner, you must learn the material. That means reading things from front to back, learning them, experimenting and growing. Learn the histories. Learn various views. Sometimes we seek out others like us. A lot of times you end up being a solitary practitioner. You don't need to be a part of a mosque. You don't need to be a part of a temple to do that. When I started my order, the Order of the Black Thorn, it was for all Satanists. It was for pagans, Wiccans, whatever. Whoever wanted to learn, because it was all about the material. It was all about how should I put this? It was all about the knowledge, the wisdom that comes from it, the practice. And I also posted this on my main screen in other groups that I'm in. Somewhere along the line, some people started poking fun. They started trying to belittle the work, saying that it wasn't satanic or that it's plagiarizing. Well, it doesn't matter where the material comes from, because the term plagiarizing comes from the world. It comes from Christianity's Islamic, Jewish, and Hebraic systems of need for control, to label things. A little while ago, I posted on names. I said that to name something is nothing more than a title given to a form of identification. And that is true. Someone who does not submit to your views, you're of the devil. Right there you have a title. Devil worshiper. Therefore, you're not of their faith, their lives. Names are a big part of the practice. You can go into any ideology, mythology, historical accounts. You can go into any mystical workings, such as the Solomon Keys, the Goetia. You can go into grimoires from the last 1,000 years. You're going to find names. And naming something is very important within the black arts, within the summoning of a being, no matter if it's angelic or demonic or even spiritual. It gives that being focus, insight. It's like a doorbell, a gate that they can come through to meet with you, the adept, the black adept. You are the one that calls them forth. And that is what is interesting about black magic and why so many fear it. It's because when you name something, you are giving it life. And that, my friends, my apprentices, students, and fellow practitioners of the darkest of all ways, why our path is not for the faint of heart. I'll touch up on this down the road a little bit, but for now, Agios Satanas.